Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the Invasion event. High, mid, and low teams for Invasion. Then we'll do the weekly preview. So SOULFORGE, event key drop table, epic trials, PvP, all that good stuff, you know, campaign, etc. So let me get the stream set up here. I'm a little bit late today. Multiple things. It's Monday. Had an errand to run in the morning. Is this the right thumbnail? I had to make a thumbnail. Like, I probably would have made it at 10 if I didn't have to make the thumbnail. Definitely, I didn't get home until like quarter till 10, so starting early wasn't happening. But could have made it at 10 if I didn't have to make a thumbnail, which I probably should have just made this morning when I woke up, but I forgot. Anyway, let's set this bad boy up. I'll put a chapter in so you don't have to sit through this part if you're watching after the fact. Gems of War. Yo, what up, Mark? Our newest moderator. Probably the Rookie of the Year 2024, Mark Nugent. What up, dude? Sana, the Rookie of the Year for 2023. Look at that, back-to-back Rookies of the Year here. I doubt it. I think, Mark, you got it secured. You know, we're 5 months in. You've been the Rookie of the Year so far. Unless somebody just crazy comes out of the woodworks. You got a huge lead. Okay. One thing that does happen when people become moderators, you know, don't fall into this trap, Mark. When people become... Sana has not fallen into this trap. Chad has not fallen into this trap. But we've had a couple... Who else do you really see? We've had a couple other people. They become moderators and they feel like they won the game. You know what I mean? They won the Sinnycool channel game when they become a moderator. Don't feel... It's Gems of War. This channel is also Gems of War. You can't beat it. Can't beat the channel game either. You just gotta play every day. Can definitely work your way up the ranks and get on the leaderboard. But, y'all can hear me, right? Wushana Craps. How's it going? Will Shuna. Sorry. I'm probably saying it wrong either way. Setting up the stream here. Takes longer on Mondays and Fridays and Saturdays and... Alright, got that. I think I'm good. Alright, let's jump into the chat. Jump into the chat also takes a second, so bear with me. Do-do-do. I'll sing you a song. Don't sing along. I'm wearing a thong. It doesn't belong in my butt crack. Singing a song. Don't sing along. I'm wearing a thong. It doesn't belong. Boy, that's wrong. Okay, hit the like button. Let's go. Fire it up. We gotta fire it up, y'all. We need some people to come out of the woodworks. I'm happy with the regulars. We need some people to come off the bench and come out of the woodworks. I'm just saying. It's almost halfway through May. I'm always super honest with y'all. You know, the regulars, you guys are fine. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? We need people to come out. Where's John Stockton? Who's coming off the bench? Who's coming out of the woodworks? We need Bigfoot and John Stockton. Where are they at? I don't know. They haven't been present this month. John Stockton and Bigfoot are taking the month off. You know what I mean? We gotta go find Bigfoot. I only say John Stockton because he was not the main guy on the team. He's not really this. He was never on the bench though. But you know what I'm saying? Like the sixth man off the bench type of dude, whoever that would be. I just say John Stockton, even though that's not right. You know, come out of the woodworks, maybe like a termite or a Bigfoot coming out of the woods. We got Sana, Mark, Will Shuna, Craps. Hopefully that's not one of those names where it makes you say something weird. Just kidding. Reuben Taylor, Des the Enforcer. Beg for Mercy. Yoke the Ham. I need to make sure Livewire didn't want to be a moderator. So if y'all see Livewire, somebody ask him. I don't want him to feel any type of way because I feel like I asked him already and he said no. But I can't remember if that was the professor, maybe. I don't know. I lose track. It wasn't because let's say Livewire wanted to be a moderator, right? It wasn't because I didn't want him to be one. It's just because my memory sucks and I probably forgot who said they did not want to be one. So some of y'all don't want the responsibility. Like Beg for Mercy just said, hey, I don't want to be one anymore. And like, I totally understand. Or else Beg would be one too, you know? Alright, we got Invasion. Let's put a chapter in. Because I just wasted about 7 minutes. Invasion start at the 7-minute mark. Alright, Invasion. Alright, Invasion. We're in the shop. Invasion is the event where you have the towers. It's kind of like raid event. It's the most comparable to a raid event. Raid, you have like the special troop that you get in the shop. It kills the boss. It does extra damage to the boss. It gives you has double magic. It gets extra points. You have to use it. Invasion's similar, except for there's a boss troop in every slot eventually. So there's a tower, and then there's 2 towers, and then there's 3 towers, and then there's 4 towers, right? So the troop that you get that's amazing at killing the tower, which you get in the shop, which is this woman, this fine young lady right here, is the one that you're going to use that's going to do double damage, that's going to crush the towers. It's the Siege Breaker. And for Invasion, it's easier because there's 4 towers. You could get multiples of the Siege Breaker. You could put 3 Siege Breakers with the weapon they give you, and you'd probably be fine. This is one of the most easy events to make a team for. Siege Breaker weapon, Siege Breaker, Siege Breaker. Or Siege Breaker, Siege Breaker, Siege Breaker weapon. Something like that. Super easy for anybody. Of course, there's better teams, and I'm going to show you better teams. But just if you just can't watch YouTube for some reason, if you just can't talk to anybody else for some reason, and you got to go about it all on your own, Siege Breaker, weapon, Siege Breaker, something like that. You know, you'll be fine. Just buy up in the shop. Make sure you get multiple copies. Don't fully ascend until you have multiple copies. Yada yada yada. You buy up to the weapon like always. We can do that right now because always buy up to the weapon. I don't even have to think about it. I'm just going to buy up to the weapon, right? Then we'll start thinking about, like, oh, how many copies of the troop do we have? How many are we going to use? Is there another Siege Breaker? Sometimes there's another Siege Breaker in the restriction that you could use, so you don't have to buy multiples of this one. Even though this one's going to be the best option because it's going to hit way harder, but sometimes there's another Siege Breaker that uses a different color that you could use if you don't have a lot of gems and you don't want to buy up far into the shop. Alright, so we're buying up to the weapon. That's just like everybody should do that unless you're a beginner just starting this event for the first time. Putting on your pull-ups. Explode green gems. Grant a random status effect to all Wildfolk allies to summon a Wildfolk troop. And it's purple and yellow. Livewire's here! Yo, Livewire, did you want to be a moderator or not? I can't remember. Because I made Mark a moderator, but I can't remember if I already checked with you or not, because you definitely deserve it. Somebody told me they didn't want to be one, and I'm getting it confused. Because there's some people that don't want to be one. I already asked them. I think like Dr. Mops and Professor maybe. So now that I think about it, maybe I forget if I offered it to you or not. But yeah, the offer's out there, Livewire. Just let me know. I think you deserve it. Alright, so good morning, Lil Shuna. Hey, Mark. Hey, there we go, Lil Shuna. Madonna, says Big. It's Sinny Donna, says Mark. Morning, Yoke. And Tyrion got gifted. Every time he gets out, he gets brought back in. Cool, so that's what I thought. I was just making sure I wasn't, like, sliding you, you know what I mean? Because I forget who says no and who says yes. It's cool if you say no and then you're still here, but it also, yeah, I don't know what I was saying there. Like, I understand. I wouldn't want to be a moderator either. That's too much. I'd rather just watch and enjoy. But anyway, there's the weapon. Buy up to the weapon. Then we got to see how many of these do we want, and etc. We need to fully ascend it. So let's go over here. Let's see what we're working with. We got wild folk. So we're doing an invasion, and we got a wild folk restriction. Let's go grab the troop that we have to use. This lovely, sexy lady right here. And, are we gonna just... How many copies do I have right now? I have 0 extras. I think I just, like, level it with orbs, and then I just buy as many as I want. That's kind of bougie. You might have to think more than me. I just do this. And then this. And then I go get however many copies I want. So right now I only have 1 copy from buying up to the weapon, right? Now I can upgrade it all the way since I already ascended it. And that's just in case you have multiple copies and you want to keep them. Make sure you ascend it first with your orbs if that's what you're doing. And then do this part. Or else it'll just ascend it for you and then you won't have your extra copies, if you know what I'm saying. But it looks like if you buy up to the weapon, that's not going to happen. So we need to buy further because I want to show multiple copies of it. So it's not like I would buy further if I was just trying to save as many gems as possible and get the event done. But to show a certain team, I need to buy more in the shop. And if you want to use this team, you're going to have to probably buy more. Tier 4 seems fine. It seems okay. It seems about right. Especially with the extra rewards and extra... You have to go further. Alright, let's make some teams now. How Tacit looks in China. You're funny, dude. Did he even realize it yet? We need to take bets. We got to get a little bet going when he realizes. Like, how many name changes do you have to do? How many days does it take? Something like that. Alright, so invasion. Let's grab our troop first thing. So, pretty easy start. You know, buy up to the weapon. Fully ascend your troop. Decide how many copies you want. Throw the troop over here because you're going to use it. And it does damage to an enemy if they're a tower. Deal 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascension. Create 1 to 3 times wild cards. So even if there's another option for a siege breaker, why? If you can put 3 times wild cards on the board. Like, I think I would use multiples of this. Like, I think you got Copernicus. No, that's a raid troop. Anyway, let's look through our options. So we're thinking this is early. I just want to kill stuff. So maybe like the Scourge of Honor would be a good choice. Pan's not horrible, but he's not as good as Scourge of Honor. The Wild King and Wild Queen, that might be later. They're probably not the best for super early. TNE's okay. Queen Beatrix is amazing. Because you got that potential extra turn. Luna's okay if you like Luna. She's not bad. She wouldn't be horrible to use. King Salinas, 50% start for Wild Folk, so you might as well just throw him over there. There's a start of our team. And, you know, so either Queen Beatrix or Scourge of Honor would be what I would say if you're high level and you're at the beginning of the event. So I'm going to start with Scourge just for the high level team. And then, you know, probably wand it for the high level team. And then this person can go at the bottom for now because we're at the beginning of the event. And I might put Scourge up top, maybe. Yeah, that'd probably be cool. Just for now. Maybe throw King Salinas at the bottom. No, it doesn't matter because the color, they're different colors, so it doesn't matter. Class. We got green, green, and green. So I'm going to go Archer. It's got its own 50% start. You could go Bard and go all in on Wild Folk if you want. And that's about it. I would say either Bard. I say Archer's the best, then Bard, then Titan would be my recommendation for classes. If you need to level one of those, choose one of those. All right, so we got 3 greens. Okay. Are we missing anything? We got green, red, brown, blue, green, yellow, red. So we're missing purple. We got, this would probably be good. Maze banner. 3 reds, 3 greens, 0 purple, unless you count the wand. All right, we're using the troop. You have to use it if you want double points. Make sure it's fully ascended, everything. Like, if you want to make sure you have... Like, I don't think technically you have to fully trade it, but eventually you're going to want it fully traded, because it's going to do such heavy skull damage, you're going to want to put it in first slot eventually. And like, if you're a technically guy, you could say, well, you don't have to fully trade it. But it is, like, it does do damage based on its ascensions, right? So you would want to fully ascend it, at least. Which has nothing to do with trading, but... Anyway. Alright, so this is the high-level team. I'm going to... It's high early. High fast. I might change it later. Might change it later to Wild King, Wild Queen, Queen Beatrix, something like that. But for now, I think I'm going to go with this. Queen Beatrix might be even a little faster because her mana cost is lower. But I'm going to do that for the mid team, so I'm thinking ahead. Alright, 17:15 on the clock. He didn't even read the name out loud last night. I bought 1 past the weapon mark. I bought to the weapon, then I used orbs to fully ascend the troop, and then I bought 1 more. So it's like a process. If you buy 1 past the weapon and then hit fully trait, you're going to use all your copies up. But if you don't have orbs, you might have to do that anyway. But I was trying to keep multiple copies to show a team later. Depends if you want multiple copies of the invasion troop or not. And that's like, this is the best time to get multiple copies of the troop. Because anywhere else, like in Rage, you don't really need multiple copies. In Bounty, you definitely don't need multiple copies. You know what I mean? But this is like the event where you would get multiple copies. Chad with the 2. Oh, reliable. The usual suspect. Get in the lineup. Sauna, get in the lineup. Please don't fart. It's a very small room. How tall are you, Chad? How tall are you, Sauna? You're standing against the wall. We're looking through the one-way glass at you. The usual suspects. Where's John Stockton? Where's Bigfoot? Where are they? Sana opened the door, walked in. I'm guessing she's about 5'2". You're probably like 5'10", and I'm wrong. Chad, how tall is Chad? I'm guessing 5'10". You're 5'4", Chad? Dang, I never knew that. That's cool, though. I think it's cooler to be either, like, yeah, all the way in or all the way out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a boring average height. It's no fun. Freaking boring average height here. Sucks. Sana, are you taller than Chad? Mark wants to tell us his height. Thank you for the $2. Walking in the room, standing against the wall, looking through at the one-way glass. The usual suspect once again. Isn't that what it's called? Is it Usual Suspects or Unusual Suspects? Isn't that the movie? Am I saying the right stuff? I haven't seen that movie. I know they fart in there, though. Who's gonna fart? Ruben 6'1". Jeez Louise. I'm just kidding. That's pretty average, but, you know, on the tall side. You on the tall side. Mark's 5'7". I'm like a couple inches taller than Mark. I'm 5'9". Which probably means I'm 5'8" point something. You always round up, you know? You always round up. So I'm definitely not tall. I'm also not short, I would say. I don't know. I think I'm average. Like, isn't that the average? Hey, Dez, I'm right there with you, pretty much. You know how it goes. Tell people we're 5'9", right? You wouldn't want to be much taller? Yeah, that gets to be a hassle eventually, unless you're like a basketball player or something. I don't know, meters. You're very tiny? I was a good guesser then. Three tries is your limit, Mr. Z. Let's just get up our Scourge if possible. Oops. This could keep working for quite a while. I mean, you got the wand. King Salinas can clean up once Scourge stops one-shotting. You got the tower killer. You could kill the tower. So I'm not saying this is like a team you can't use the whole time. You might be able to. 5'2"? I almost guessed it right then. Whew. Alright, so I think you get the idea for this team. And I'm probably going to be pretty boring for the second one. And I'm just going to plug in Queen Beatrix. There's your high-level team. Typing in my next chapter. Simone Fatini is here. Hello, greetings from Italy. Hello, Italy. Did I miss anybody? Let's read the whole chat. Ready? Sana, celebrate good times. Oh yeah, Mark, hello. Sana says hey to Mark. Will Shuna is here. I'm probably saying it different every time. Sorry, because I got it right one of the times. Sana with the gifted, usual suspect. Walking into the room. Livewire says good morning. On your phone. Declined. I'll have to remember that. Just so I can keep track of people. Double Queen Beatrix is good. Double Queen Beatrix. The only thing I'm thinking is like King Salinas. If you do double Queen Beatrix, where's King Salinas? Because you got to have a weapon. You got to use the invasion troop. And King Salinas is a 50% start for wild folk. You don't have to use them, so you could do double Queen. I think it's just fine. Like your weapon can get up your queens. I just love starting with the 50% starts. You're going to see that bias in some of my teams. You saw what was happening with the Scourge. Some of those fights, he was just ready to go, and I just casted him and win. That's not going to happen if you don't have a 50% start. But later on, and then like double Queen Beatrix, you got all blue, and I hate that. I don't hate it, but you know, it's the visual of it. I hate when you have an entire team that's blue and green. Like, the visual, it probably works just fine. Just the visual of it, like, kills my eyeballs, because it's usually wrong. He decided to ignore it. I bought up one past the weapon. Okay, so we got Sana, we got Chad, and we got Mark standing in the usual suspects lineup. Livewire with the 5. You're definitely a usual suspect, I would say. You're probably... yeah. Probably a usual suspect. I'm going to count you. You're probably the one farting in there, Livewire. Shooting lightning out of your butt. Mark says Miss Nugent is 5'9". Yeah, Mrs. Sinny is only like an inch shorter than me. So, you know, don't wear high heels. Ruben says, bought my 60-year-old mother a 20-ounce bone-in ribeye yesterday. She was in heaven. I pretty much did the same thing. You're shrinking? Alright, let's do a mid-level team, which for me... probably just gonna do this. You're probably like, I already know. Okay? For early on. Later on, I might be like this, so I don't lose my Queen Beatrix. For now, I'm gonna be like that, so the wand can catch everything except for blue and green. You could still get the wand up. You could take purple, brown, red, etc. But I think I'm going to use a different weapon since we already used the wand. What's the new weapon we got? What's it called? Is it Pan's Veil weapon? I'm already doing this, so I'm going to keep doing it. What was it? This thing? Silence the first enemy. Let's use that since I already used the wand, but if you have the wand, go ahead and put the wand in there. It's also yellow and purple, which is totally different than Queen Beatrix, which is cool. But yeah, if you do double Queen Beatrix, I don't hate it. I just hate how it looks. I don't hate how it performs. Alright, we might have to change our banner here. We got 2 green, 2 blue, 2 yellow. I definitely want some yellow. Just get up my mana generators. And then either green or blue. So let's look for a green or blue in second here. We got blue here, but it's minusing red, which isn't the greatest. Yellow, green minus blue, that sucks. Yellow, green minus purple, poop. Yellow, red minus purple. Dang, there's nothing. Maybe this. Something with minus brown in it. I think that's fine. Frostfire banner. So we'll double up on the Queen Beatrix blue, and we'll add a little bit to the yellow. And we'll minus brown, which is not there. As far as class goes, you could probably stay with Archer. Or you can move to Bard. Archer or Bard now. No Titan. Alright, so that's the mid-level team, so no Mythics. Remember, you have to use this troop. And eventually you might want multiples. But right now, it's like, get up Queen Beatrix, cast it, win. Because we're still early. And it'll still work late, too. She'll cleanse. She might get an extra turn. She can get extra turn, like, multiple ways. She does scatter damage, so you could kill the tower first, and then cast her, so her damage is more concentrated on the final 3. So I think I'm going to do that. Even though I don't need to right now, it's a good practice for later. Kill the tower first with your tower killer, then shoot your Queen Beatrix. Scatter damage, you know? Like with Scourge, that wouldn't work, because he does the same amount of true damage no matter what. If there's 1 enemy, or if there's 4. Queen Beatrix, it's different. If there's 1 enemy, it does way more concentrated damage to that 1 enemy, if there's 1 enemy left. If there's 4 enemies, it spreads its cheeks out. But right now, it doesn't matter. Later on, it will matter. We want to kill that tower first later. We might even move that troop up a little bit. We'll see. It's the Earth trying to keep me down. I'm probably 6 foot in space. How tall did you say you were? Livewire's 5'11". That's like how tall I wish I was. You're 5'10"? Mr. Z's 5'10". If I stand on my tippy toes, maybe. No way I can pass for 5'10", though. I'm definitely under that. $5'10.5". There you go. You gotta round up. I'm expecting that everybody's rounding up. Especially the males. No point of rounding down. Alright, we'll just show like one more of this. It's pretty much the same thing as Scourge of Honor, except for you would kill the tower if you have a chance, so you can concentrate that damage. We got green and blue. Do karate on the like button, yeah, to bring more people in here. You know how that works? It shows that you guys like the stream, and then YouTube's like, huh, these people like this stream. I'm gonna show it to these people, and then one of those people come and they like the stream, and then YouTube's like, hey, another person that we showed it to went to the stream and they like it too. Maybe we'll show it to these people. You know, you got like your core group that YouTube always shows you to. And then there's like these, it's like a circle that goes out and out and out. You know, like there's the core. Then there's the next level, the people that watch like 75% of the time. There's the next circle, it's like the people that watch 50% of the time. Then there's the next circle, it's like the people that watch 25% of the time. Then there's this big circle of people that like have never watched before, but maybe they would watch. Every time you guys hit like, it like goes to the next circle. YouTube shows it to more people. Maybe that'll explain it. Like a science teacher here. But there's your mid-level team. I would use Queen Beatrix some sort of way and Stone Shatter. If you want to do something different with the weapon and maybe King Salinas, that's fine. But if you're mid-level, I think almost everybody should use Queen Beatrix. But I just want to just throw the Scourge of Honor in there because I like him. And he technically hits harder. So as long as you're only casting once, Scourge might be better. But if once you need to cast multiple times, you might want to do Queen Beatrix because she has a chance to get an extra turn, get her mana back. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. If you have access to everything, do Scourge of Honor until he stops one-shotting, then switch to Queen Beatrix, probably. Maybe super deep if you're going for the leaderboard. You might use like the Wild King, the Wild Queen, or something like that, but most of us are going to stick with Queen Beatrix, Scourge of Honor, something like that. Alright, let's show the low-level team. Let me make sure there's nothing crazy good that you could do other than like 3 of them. Because sometimes people don't buy 3 of them. I understand. Alright, so we can't use legendaries. We can't use this. We can't use that. Let's make sure none of these are like tower killers. I already looked at you. We got Lapina Knight. Hexrat's okay because it hits everybody. And it's like a faction troop that you could go get pretty easily. If you're looking for something that hits all enemies for super early, Hexrat might be good for your... If you don't have Queen Beatrix or Scourge. Just make sure you target the first slot. Mama kiss. I'm gonna kiss my mama. Somebody slap... What does it say? What do they say? So good makes you want to slap your mama. Mama kiss. So good. That's what that should have been. Their little blurb for it. They probably did something that they've done before, like Star Wars or Harry Potter. Mama kiss should have been... Troop so good makes you want to smack your mama. Ragnagord's okay. Rant time. I want to rant about smacking your mama. Yeah, you have to. Every day. Gotta do it. You gotta keep her in line. There's another raid troop. Make sure you don't accidentally use a raid troop. So, Blade Dancer's okay. If you wanted to, you could do Radagar and Blade Dancer. I think I'm going to show the triple. But just to give you some ideas, just in case. If you can't afford buying up to the triple, which would be just one after the weapon. If you can't afford buying one after the weapon, I would say Radagar and Blade Dancer. Blade Dancer has the same thing as like Queen Beatrix, where if you kill the tower, it'll hit harder. Not Radagar. What was his name? Hexrat. Hexrat. I mean, I could show it real quick, I guess. Something like this, if you're like early for a beginner. And then you probably just leave the weapon at first for now. Okay, we gotta make sure we're not mana blocking though. So how can we even do that? Is that possible? Something like this? Yeah. This will take yellow and purple. This will take brown. This will take green, and this will take blue. If you're a beginner and you're trying to do a fast team early. And then for banner, we got 2 purple, 2 green, 2 yellow. We're missing red. We could start there. We got purple, yellow, brown, green, blue. So we could start there. And I probably want purple as my double. Something like that. So now you're doubling up on the first 2 troops, and you're singling up on the bottom 2, at least. And then you're minusing red, which you don't use. And I would probably do Thief or Archer or one of those. I know I always pick those, but Archmagus. Guess those are my favorite classes, huh? Titan, Thief, Archer, Elementalist. Probably my favorite classes. Kind of like Slayer, too, for the nostalgia of the fire blade thing. Zolgoth. Trials, yeah, Trials was hard. I remember that one. I had to come up with the whole strat. Like, it took me a couple days. I don't know why I keep patting myself on the back for that, but I remember going to Tacit's stream and telling him what to do. And then he tried it and it worked. Anybody else remember that? Let's kill the tower first. Then we can do this. Oh! But, you know, you're not going to one-shot the whole entire enemy team if you're a beginner. Unless you have Queen Beatrix or Scourge of Honor. So this will just be super early for a beginner. And then I'll show you a super late for a beginner. Dang, I forgot to do invasion mid timestamp. I'm gonna have to guess. I could probably find it, but it would take too long. Well, invasion mid is going to be off if you're looking at the chapters. I forgot. I was talking about something. Of course. Why'd I do that? We got 2 towers now. Ooh, that guy hits harder. Probably do the Hex Rat first and then the Blade Dancer. So it'd be Tower Killer, Hex Rat, Blade Dancer for this team. Let's do one more with it. Do I got my medals on? Yeah. Let's do one more with this team, then I'll show one more team. Then we'll go on to the weekly preview. Maka Felix is here. Tacit's 6 foot. He's taller than me then. Neophyte's here, 5'3". Are you related to Ted? People say, Mark. The extra half. Of course. How tall is Tacit? Yeah, that can be your name. Guild Wars, Ruben, not until they fix PvP all the way. They're doing updates right now, and we should be having another update pretty soon. Probably Alliances is what I'm guessing. And once they get everything squared away with the PvP updates, I think we'll have Guild Wars again. I mean, at first I was like, well, maybe Alliances will be Guild Wars. But they put out this little blurb, one of the devs did, and they were mentioning that they're just like, they're still going to do Guild Wars, basically. So, you know, they put out that little statement, whenever that was, 2 or 3 months ago. I'm horrible at guessing time frames. About, like, Guild Wars, and it will be coming back and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's coming back. It's just taking time because they're still updating PvP. Dez was right about the weapon loss chant. Campaign is super easy this week, Sana. Neo says I went with Beanie Tricks on this event. Yep. That was our mid team. Maka says, so far I have 2 tower defeaters and weapon is Vampiric Scythe, and last spot is Mythic who creates skulls. I forget the name, but it's a start for now. Like Wild Queen or Wild King, probably. If not, they're really good. You could probably kill them with this instead of doing the tower shooter. The tower shooter. Ruben says, I remember the movie Next Friday. He had that saying in this commercial and actually smacked his mother. Yep, that's where I got it. Point for Ruben. Neo says, anyone has an idea? Yeah, I'll show you. I'll try to remember. I totally haven't done Pan's Veil in a million years, so hopefully I remember the strat. Because it was, like, convoluted. Sana says, Selene guards a tier hunter, King Salinas, Nax, an opponent. Is that the fight for Epic Trials? Rich Smith is here. I almost said Tacit. Tacit is doing the trials now. They changed the team. This is not bad. Keep buffing the... Okay, so they changed it. I was wondering, because that was horrible. Pan's Veil is one of the hardest ones. And I was pretty sure they were going to change it. Neo says, just love when their attack gets low, makes life easier. Rich says, this round of invasion looks like tough team choice. What team to use for Gnome Vault? Well, if you're talking about, like, hunting down gnomes and vault keys, I use Ironhawks. If you're talking about opening vault keys, I use Stellarix. Venoxia and Takshaka is a great team. I just called you Tacit, I know. Well, the picture, and it's in your name and everything. That's better than me forgetting his name totally, like he does to me sometimes. He hasn't done it in a while, so credit to him, but he used to forget my name totally, like that other guy. The one that does free-to-play. He's been doing it almost as long as me. He's been subscribed to me for 8 years. What's his name? Every single time. I think he's been way better the last, like, 6 months. I know he forgets everybody's names, though, so. That one guy, you know, the guy that's for 7 years. Anyway, so yeah, another option for beginners, or anybody, really, would be just triple up on the invasion troop if you're able to. So why not? And I'd probably just throw this on the bottom, why not? Maybe on third slot to keep it protected. And, you know, Archer, Corsair, Bard. Let's go back to Archer. Banner! We got a bunch of blue and a bunch of green. Probably should do this. Maybe even this, since we have a... let's do this. So here's another option, if you're low level, or anybody. Once you get to 4 towers, anybody could use this. Especially super deep. Yeah, I was what's-his-face. Yeah. That's my nickname on his channel. My nickname on his channel is what's-his-face. It's like calling somebody buddy. Get over here, little buddy. Get over here, little what's-his-face. Little what's-his-face, always trying to do Jim's War videos and what's-his-face. What early team did I use for this? It was Scourge or Queen Beatrix. Kind of just like go all in on getting them up. You have to use the tower troop. Then I got King Salinas and like the wand or something to get them all the way up. To make sure. You could do Scourge and Queen Beatrix. I kind of like that better than double Queen Beatrix, but... Double Queen Beatrix good too. Triple up on the invasion troop. It's most of the ideas. Some people out there are going to be number 1 on the leaderboard, super deep, and maybe they'll use Wild Queen or Wild King. But for now, I think Queen Beatrix or Scourge of Honor and the Tower Killer. Let's show this one more time. Then we'll do a weekly preview. SOULFORGE looks like, I think I took a peek at it. It's nothing amazing. But the event key drop table is really good. It's like a top 5. Maybe I should have killed that Vow Raven first. Any extra turns? Yep, I was right on it. Alright, let's kill the Val Raven. Secure the bag, you know, the kids say. Don't fumble the bag, like the kids say. That means get the Val Raven. Don't fumble the bag means get the Val Raven. There's a literal bag on its icon. Us old farts, when we say don't fumble the bag, we mean make sure you get that Val Raven before it runs away. I forgot to hit like on my own stream after doing a scientific presentation about it. And my phone died. Okay, so there you go. That's Invasion. One of the easiest guild events in the entire game. I can't think of a guild event that's easier than Invasion. So you're probably not going to have very much trouble. They give you everything you need. And then the things that they give you are OP. Alright, let's do this weekly preview. I'll try to blaze through it. Dez says I'm using Lost Chant, 2x Stone Shatter, King Salinas. That's great. That's probably what I should have done for that last team there. Because, like, having 3 tower killers, it's not like you have 4. So it's not like you're going to shoot one of them, you know, one each. If you have 3, that's almost the same as having 2. You're going to have to shoot one of them twice. So yeah, maybe King Salinas. But since it was the low-level team, I'm not allowed to use Legendary, so that's my excuse. But if I was to show that team again, maybe I would put King Salinas in last slot. So what's the difference between having 2 and 3? Like, unless the top one can kill the tower with skulls, I guess. Which would happen quite a bit. So yeah, 3 is good still. You could do 3 or 2. 48-15 weekly preview. Come on, you poo-poo head. Did you guys hear that I beat Elden Ring? Unfortunately, it was off stream. The cool thing is, though, I didn't do anything different. Exactly what you were seeing on stream is what I did. I just got better and better and better. I didn't go get some random buff. I didn't go change my build. I did the exact... I was naked with the staff, shooting the same magic spell. So that was cool. I got to complete it blind with no spoilers. I think that's pretty crazy if you really think about it. I was naked, solo, blind, and using sorcery. On Elden Ring, a hard game. Alright, here we go. Badger to the bone. New ultra rare troop. Badger can get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Invasion. Help your guild defeat enemy towers this week. Build a team from a troop type. Wild folk and invade every day. The May Queen is still going on. Can we still actually do that? I think you can just buy in the shop still. I think it's over. But you can still buy if you have the dingleberries. Amatiel's Prison for 20 more days. Week of Pan's Vale. All Pan's Vale troop gain 10% to skills. Week of Wild Folk. All Wild Folk gain 10% to their skills. And bonus gold. Use the Badgerkin and PvP and Explore to gain 400 gold. SOULFORGE. Let's check it out. I'll put them in order. Even if there's nothing good, I still do that. The Elder Dragon. Consort of Darkness. Myth Rillion. And the Possessed King. I guess the Elder Dragon. When I did my top 20 mythics, which is the last video that I made, the most recent top, list mythic video. Top 20 mythics was the last one I did. I wrote him down, but he did not make the top 20. So he was in consideration, but he didn't make it, if that tells you anything. So, it's like a B-. Might be a B tier mythic. It's probably the best one in here this week. 26 green, purple, brown, Karakoth, Daemon Dragon. Deal damage to all enemies. Create 9 cursed gems, boosted by cursed enemies. Eliminate 3 magic from all enemies and matching 4 or more gems. Start battle with a Madness Storm. Yeah, he's okay. You'll use him sometimes. He's just never gonna be what you pick if you have everything. That's kind of how you... Is a mythic good or not, you know? If I can pick from all the mythics, do I pick it? So you gotta, like, say all of those first. And then, you know, there's at least 20 of them, so he falls outside of the top 20, but he's still useful. And then we would say probably the Possessed King, right? Yeah. Still useful. 26 blue, green, purple, Darkstone, Daemon, Human. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by both Daemon, allies, and enemies. There are 3 separate 20% chances to transform a random enemy into a Daemon. The coolest thing about it really is the unstable possession. Explode 2 random gems on 4 or 5 gem match. You're not gonna like use it all the time, but you'll have these quirky teams. You'll throw it on. It's like the dude you throw on the end of the team. You have like a really awesome 3-person team that's like loopy, and you're like, what should I do for the last slot? Well, sometimes it's the Possessed King, just for that unstable possession. So he's under Elder Dragon, so he's not a top 20, but still kind of useful. So Consort or Mithrillion? I think Consort, I guess. They're really close, though. Consort of Darkness! 24, red, purple, brown, Darkstone, Daemon, Rogue. There's a 45% chance to slay an enemy. If the enemy dies, create 12 skulls. Otherwise, eliminate 10 from all their skills. I think that goes up with your magic, too, right? Like, it's based on your magic, +1. So my magic's 44, so it says 45. So you put on, like, Nisha Metals. It gives you a higher chance, right? If you buff him up with magic, you get a higher chance. He's okay. But not... Like, he's average. He's like an average mythic. That's what you would expect to see from a mythic, but it's not really good or anything. Like an average mythic. Same with Mithrillion, another average one. Not bad, but too defensive to actually use most of the times. If it was your first mythic ever and you threw it in first slot on a good team, it would be useful, but most people aren't going to pick Mithrillion and build a team around it or anything. 24 blue, green, red, KZO Construct, explode a 3x3 block, gain 71 armor, bury a random ally for every skull destroyed. Spell block and mithril armor. If you want to try it, like if you just get it and you want to try it with Glaceon and Stonehammer. You can make the Glaceon Stonehammer, or Glaceon and is it Bloodhammer, whatever his name is. You know that old team, the old peanut butter and jelly team. You could throw him on the top and then do your Glaceon King Bloodhammer, and then like a weapon. And it kind of works. But it's not like a great team. It's just something you could do with it if you're just trying to force it. Legendaries. We got Triton, Zenith, Hyndla, and Bunnynog. Bunnynog's probably going to be last. It's kind of tough. Zenith is good if you triple up on it. Triton is good because it's a 50% start. And Hyndla is just kind of old, but still decent. So I'm going to say... I'd say get Triton first. 16 blue, purple, Merlantis, Merfolk. Deal heavy splash damage to an enemy boosted by blue gems, then give all Merfolk 4 magic. 50% start for Merfolk. Yeah, you should probably save them. If you're really being... you're saving for good top 20s and top 10s, you should just save your diamonds this week. But I still put them in order just in case you're filling in the blanks and already got all the good stuff. This would be first for legendaries. This would be second. You almost always triple up on Zenith if you're going to use it. You don't just throw one Zenith on a team. You want to put evil gargoyle gems on the board so it can turn the whole board into Doom Skulls. And it has that 50% skull reduction too. It's usually a 3. It's like Baldur. Zenith is like Baldur. We got Hyndla, 15 blue, green, Stormheim, Elemental Giant, deal splash damage to an enemy and freeze all affected enemies, summon a giant troop. Best part about her is the summon, really. And then the last one was Bunnynog. 14 purple, brown, Pan's Veil, Beast, Wild Folk, deal damage to an enemy. If the enemy is a knight, deal double damage. If there's a 50% chance to devour knights. Kind of just like a knight counter that you'll never use. So yeah, I would say Elder Dragon and Possessed King if you're going to craft something. Maybe grab Triton if you're looking for all the 50% starts. Is there any good weapons? Lost Chant, 99% of people should get it through the event. Because you're buying up anyway, you want more turns, you want more copies of the troop. Why not buy up to the weapon and get it there? If you're a super broke beginner, maybe you would get it here. If you just have a crazy amount of diamonds for some reason. Tooth of the Wild, Explodey Wildfolk, green. Those are all pretty good. Same here, Explode, green for Pan's Veil. Prism Staff, never used that in my life. Doomed Rod, never used that in my life. Loot of the Veil, never used that ever. Glaive of Many Goats used to be a recommendation because there wasn't so many good weapons in the game and you needed a way to, you know, get Wildfolk up. It's kind of falling off a little bit these days, though. It makes green and yellow for Wildfolks if you have a whole team of Wildfolk. It's still pretty good. Yasmin's Pride used to be used. These two right here, back in the day. Like 2 years ago, we'd be like jumping for joy with these two. Yasmin's Pride. Eliminate all armor from an enemy. Give all allies 44 life boosted by armor eliminated. Used to use that with Ketris the Bull, but how often are you using Ketris now? Radiant Jewel. Never used that in my life. Sleigh Bells. Never used that in my life. So yeah. Get the Explodey ones. Or Glaive of Many Goats or Yasmin's Pride. And none of them are 100, like, oh, you have to get it. There's no rope darts here. You know, you can live without them, but if you're filling in the blanks, collection purposes. I think I can get a kingdom on level 20 right now. You guys want to see it? $45 out of 50, okay? I'm working on red. You should not do red. You do purple, then green. I'm just like further ahead than most people. Can I make 5? No, just 1. So close. Doesn't that suck? I just need a couple more. I need 4 more red deeds. And I can put Pride Lands on level 20. So I only need 1 more book. I'm working on it, that's why it's on 19. I don't just go around and level up random kingdoms. It's the one I'm working on. I just need 5 more deeds. Really 4. Alright, so that was the SOULFORGE. I'll go to the shop next, but let me do a chapter and catch up in the chat. Let me fix this first one. Weekly preview slash SOULFORGE. Then we got shop, TRAITSTONE, event key, and I won't put the time yet because let's see what y'all are saying. No problem, Ruben. I just called you Tacit. Hopefully I helped you out there, Dez. I like your team though. Should probably just keep going with it. Mark says, I could tell you were happy by your post on Discord. Yep. It was a F yeah. It was a F-er screamed. Des says, well done on the final boss and you were wearing a nappy. Yep. Dude, and then at the end, you gotta watch it. I'm gonna put it out, like, by Sunday. I don't know when, but I have it recorded and I just gotta put the commentary over it. That's the worst part, is you don't get to hear my reaction to me beating it. I know that sucks. But I still got to do the commentary over it, like explain how to beat it for people that might watch it, like the 2 people that are freaking going to watch my video to see how to beat the last boss as a sorcerer. But at the very end, when it shows the cinematic, like the ending, when I'm sitting on the throne, remember I'm female and I'm in like panties. So she's got her legs crossed on the throne and it looks like she's not wearing anything on the bottom. If you don't check it out for anything else, check it out for that. Because I ripped my pants off when I beat Beast Clergyman, like IRL. And my character ripped her panties off when I beat the last boss, the Elden Beast. So it's like, we both ripped our pants off. Yeah, Elder Dragon's decent. Just like, you know, if you have access to everything, you're never going to use it. But if it's a restriction where the Elder Dragon is present, you might use it. The Elden Beast does look like the Elder Dragon, yep. Like a space version. Third trait's awesome on TPK. Mr. Z says I'm missing 16 mythics and all of them are garbage now that I got Elder Dragon. So, the way I do the SOULFORGE should help you out then. You know which one to do next. You could do it based on your kingdoms at that point, but if you aren't... TPK is on the Skull Waterfall team, Chad. King Bloodhammer, that's right. So if you're using Mithrilion, just try it. I think Mithrilion and Glaceon and King Bloodhammer with the weapon somewhere in the middle. I think it's a good idea, Mark, to save your diamonds. What's in the summoning stones? That's a good question. I don't know if is it the same for everybody? I always forget that. That's why I don't really show it. And it's not like you want to save your jewels for weapons most of the time. But yeah, this is a place you could look if you're missing something like Leprechaun. Not in blue here, but let's just see if there's anything good. I don't look at these because it's not something you're going to do very often. You might check it every week, though. Just to make sure there's nothing you need. I don't see anything that's catching my eye. I think most people are going to look in green and purple for Leprechaun, and that's about it. If you're having trouble finding it, because it's one of the first troops that you struggle to find that you need desperately to build your Rowan team and stuff like that. So you might be looking in green and purple every week for Leprechaun. Which last week was a Bright Forest week, so I hope you got it last week. Not still needing it. I think everybody in the game should have Leprechaun now, because last week was Bright Forest, event keys. That's what you save them up for. Stuff like that. Mark says, I still don't have a single kingdom at 20. You're close. So hopefully you're close on either Darkstone or Karakoth. You can forge them if you really want to. Check your PvP gold marks. I already got it. I got a brown book or something. I have 0 right now because I just did that yesterday. Chad says Dose, Stone Shatter, and Pan have the same flavor text. Really? Rich says, is it worth crafting CT if I've already got Zul'Goth? Yeah, that's the second one you should get. You do Zul'Goth, and then CT, and then Enraged Kurandara. Mark says, I like CT better than Zul'Goth, Rich Smith, just my opinion, but CT can loop sometimes. I still think Zul'Goth is better, for sure, but CT is second. You should definitely get it next. It's way better than Enraged Kurandara. Or like a second Zul'Goth or something. Mr. Z says they use different color mana. Definitely get CT. They complement each other nicely. Mark says, my PS5 and mobile have different kingdoms. Blood Frenzy, I thought they were the same. Yeah, I never remember, like, what's different and what's the same. Blood Frenzy changes every day. For every person. And then, like, Summoning Stones, I can't remember if it's the same for everybody or not. Like, SOULFORGE is the same for everybody. What Kingdom Week is the same for everybody. What event key drop table is the same for everybody. You know, what events are going on is the same for everybody. What's in the SOULFORGE as far as mythics and legendaries and stuff is the same for everybody. There's a couple things. Like, your adventure board, like, your top one might be different than everybody. Like, Tower of Doom, it's based on your guild, not like everybody else. Summoning Stones may or may not be different than everybody else. Blood Frenzy may or may not be different. Like, which Explore, which kingdom has that's going to be different than everybody else. But a lot of stuff is the same, but there's a couple things that are just based on your account. Like your dungeon is not going to be the same as somebody else's. It's going to be different rooms. You can't just say, hey, which rooms was it? You know? Anyway, I should probably do this. I caught up in the chat. So we're at 105:45. Alright, here we go. Glory Shop, TRAITSTONE, Event Key Drop Table. What else is going on this week in campaign? Ready, go. Alright, we got Badgerkin. 12, red, brown, Pan's Veil, Wildfolk. Destroy 3 random rows. I hate the word random, but this isn't horrible because it's just a mana generator. You're probably never going to use it, but, you know, just because it says random doesn't mean it's bad. Because you're just looking to mana generate when you're destroying 3 random rows, I guess. Normally, I hate the word random in any spell. Probably not great. Alright, we got Arcane Lava Traitstones. That's red and brown, huh? Let's go check it out. Red, brown. So right now, with your glory that you've been saving up and not wasting, you can buy as many of this Traitstone as you want. Red and brown. So you can then fully trait mythics, legendaries, epics that use this Traitstone. If epics do, I don't know. I forget. We gotta do all color, base rarity, show all. So, Glory Shop, Traitstone, trade up these troops. Ready? Eye of Argus, useless, unless you have it fully traded. Might use this Traitstone. Megavore, most people use it for the chance to kill. So, get it fully traded. Pharaoh Nefertani has a little death mark thing. Obsidius has Earthquake. You know, Tina just has, you know, decent traits overall. Scourge has Curse and Disease, a random enemy with Magic 4 or more gems. You might be using it this week, so have it fully traded. Alright, now we're getting into legendaries, which 100% use this. Summon a Doomstorm when an enemy dies. So if you are doing the Mithrilion, Glaceon, King Bloodhammer just to try it out, you probably want this fully traded. So when you get that first kill, it's going to summon a Doomstorm and just help. King Highforge, 50% start for dwarves. Magma Dragon, Lava Storm. That, you can't do Fomag without this thing fully traded. Shagra, Gargoyle just has good traits. Like, it's way better if you have it fully traded. It's more durable. This one's empowered. Blue to purple. Top of the head, might miss a couple. Just trying to help. I have everything fully traded. I don't need to know these, but I hopefully I'm helping somebody. Not really seeing much after that. So yeah, that's the things you should fully trade. Anita with the gifted. Now we have the full lineup of the usual suspects. We got Anita, we got Chad, we got Mark, we got Sana, we got Livewire. There, that's the literal usual suspects lineup. I'm pretty sure. We had to do a usual suspects. Those would be the people standing there in that room at the moment. I need somebody to come out of the woodworks. Somebody to come off the bench. Somebody. Save May. We're almost halfway through it. The train is a run-in for sure. Appreciate it. Anita's been a member for 8 months. Thank you for the continued support. Tyrion Shark is here. You cannot get away from us, dude. You got a membership earlier. Alright, let me finish this up. Event key drop table. Pan's Veil. It's a good one. It's a top 5 kingdom. Top 5 for event keys. If you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and you can no longer wait to throw your event keys, this would not be a horrible week. It's pretty top heavy, but it's got 2 awesome mythics. 2 top 10s. Not just like 2 top 20s or 2 top 30s, dude. It's got like 2 top 10s. So that's what makes it a good one to throw event keys at. Pan's Veil. Should probably go up from the bottom, huh? Alright, so here we go. There is 4 of them, so you got like a 50-50 chance if you get a mythic. But the main reason you would throw event keys, it's not Capricorn, he's terrible. It's not Pan, he's just he's average. It's the Wild King. 22 blue, green, yellow Pan's Veil Wild Folk enrage all allies and give them attack, then create a mix of 22 skulls and yellow gems. Summon a Bone Storm at the start of battle. And the Wild Queen. 22 green, purple, brown, Pan's Veil Elemental Wild Folk. Steal up to 57 attack from an enemy and give it to my first ally. Create a mix of 22 skulls and green gems. This one's safer, and this one is like, you know, you're going crazy. But they're both good in their own way. They're like 1A, 1B. Then you got King Salinas. Might as well get the 50% start for Wild Folk while you're looking for the King and the Queen. Luna's an underworld troop, so you wouldn't get her. And yeah, you know, there's a couple okay things that are like, no, that's an underworld. You know. Mostly you're searching for the King and the Queen, and then hoping to get King Salinas, the other king, while you're looking for these three right here. It's a good little kingdom, probably number 5. It's not number 1 or number 2, but it makes the top 5, just barely. All right, what else is going on this week? So today you're gonna do your XP booster, your adventure board, your dungeon. Then you're going to get into the guild event. You're going to start doing invasion. I'm thinking about making a checklist for every day on Discord. Like, put down all the things you should do and, like, put a little check mark. You can, like, check it off. Accountability. I know I've been talking about it for about 2 months now, but I was thinking about it last night. Like, it'd be nice to go, like, okay, did you do this? Did you do this? These are things you should do every day at least. Like, have an accountability channel on our Discord or something. People can like say, I did it, I did it, I did it. I did this, I did this, I did this. So today that would be XP booster, adventure board, dungeon, guild event. Maybe get started on PvP, Underspire, Epic Trials. And yeah, that would be the things that you would want to get done. You don't have to like start on PvP, and you wouldn't have to start on Underspire, and you don't have to start on the guild event, but it's nice to like break it out over 7 days instead of forcing it all into the last half of the week. So you probably should. Tuesday, what's the faction for this kingdom? The Warrens. The Warrens used to be the best farming faction in the game until City of Thieves came in. So if you somehow screwed up your City of Thieves and got it on level 100-something and no longer can do 20, well, keep the Warrens at 20 then. It's decent. You can do gold. You can do your little skeleton key team there, and it gives you like pretty good rewards. It's like probably the second best farming faction, the Warrens. Wednesday we have a pet. Looks like Flute to Maloo there. I don't know her name. Flute your flute, Greg. And then Thursday we have Bard class event. Bard, not great, but you will use it occasionally with like Dawnbringer, all yellow team, a wild folk team. It's not horrible either. It's like average. It's your yellow class, like Stormcaller kind of. But I think Bard has a 50% start. It's a little bit better if you got to choose a yellow class. Stormcaller has the Storm. Bard has the 50% start. Pretty sure. Then Friday we have Vault Event, baby. The best event in the game. If you cannot play any other day this week, make sure you play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What are Ironhawks for? Are they good? Yes, for the Vault Event this weekend. Fit all your farming into 3 days every month. That's what you should do. Don't gold farm every day. Don't soul farm every day. You know, do it all in 3 days. Concentrated, like boom, boom, boom. 5 hours a day at least. Ironhawks or Rowan. That's when you farm. Vault event. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's your concentrated farming time. Let's go. Best event in the game. No red macaques, no Phonicias, no Teslas, no Stellarix. Come on, baby. Do that Ironhawk or that Rowan or that Moon Mage. Let's go. Get as many vault keys as you can. Campaign. We had helped Belladonna's in his bid to collect magical blooms for his grand bouquet, a gift to Queen Titania. He rummaged around and found an ancient ruby for us, which he seemed to not value at all. With only one crystal remaining, we set out for Pan's Veil. We got Slayer, Brawler, and Archmage, so you're going to just get that done. You don't have to... The only weeks where you would want to hurry up and get the campaign tasks done is like when it's Guild Wars, and we haven't had Guild Wars in a million years, so just let these happen. Make sure you get them done by the end of the week, and I don't think you could not get them done. Rewards! More copies of Monty. I don't know how he's holding on to that, but he is somehow... Maybe with his, the bottom of his booty crack is like pinching that thing. I don't know what's going on there. Somehow staying on that. And, you know, brown book there, some keys. Nothing too special this week. And, of course, HP, the worst stat, too. But, hey, get it done. Why not? Especially if you bought the campaign pass. Gives you more incentive to make sure you get it done. You almost can't get it not get it done, though, so... What's this? Complete a delve. This. Ooh, event keys. So if you're looking for a Wild King and Wild Queen, give you some more right here. Not too many, but like 5. She'd always do that. And then always do your dungeon, right? So that's what's going on this week. That's the campaign. That's the glory shop. Yada, yada, yada. TRAITSTONE. What are y'all saying? Summoning stones is the same for everybody, says Sana. So maybe I should look at them more often. I just don't super recommend it unless it's literally Leprechaun. Because you're going to come... Rope Dart's going to pop up one day, and you're going to... Oh, you use a bunch of yellow and blue on some random troops in the summoning stones, and then all of a sudden you don't have enough for Rope Dart or something. Like, jewels are mostly used to craft weapons for collection purposes, but some of the time it's for a really good weapon that you need bad. You want to make sure you have those jewels for when it's time to do that. Offers are different too, Livewire says. Yep. Tyrion's here. Anita's here. Anita gifted. Usual suspects standing together. Who farted, though? Who farted? Who was it? Was it Livewire, Chad, Mark, Sana, or Anita? The usual suspects. Somebody. We're trying to figure out who did it. What'd you have for dinner last night? We already said how tall are you. Anita, how tall are you, by the way? Because we already had... Everybody else already told us. The usual suspects. You know, they already said how tall they were. How tall are you, Anita, if you don't mind? It's not your weight. It's your height. And then we need to know what you had for dinner last night. Next. I already know what you had, because I think you told us. No, I think that was the other day. Your birthday. Train is running and a chugging along. That is for sure. I'm doing a usual suspects thing today, but they're standing on a train. How about that? Dez, you're becoming... Yep, for sure. Just being here every day definitely puts you on the list. You got the FBI looking at you. It's gonna be May, says Tyrion. Mark says I will be throwing event keys this week for sure. Been saving them. Sana says Mark and Livewire are there to catch you guys. Anita and I are the pushers. Give them an underdoggy. Yeah, you don't have to be here when you get gifted, but I think the more you come to streams for a certain person, the more likely you are to get the gifted. That's what I've determined. I'm not 100% sure, and it sounds like something I would just say anyway, so people come. But it seems to work out. I mean, how does Tyrion get gifted out of all the people that could possibly be gifted? Probably because he comes to the streams, he's subscribed, etc. Mark says just got 50 Dragonite Gnome and PvP. That's awesome, dude. Did you know that they could drop like 80? And like, I feel like I got a really high one time, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know they could drop that much. Like, what's the top drop from a Dragonite Gnome? Isn't it like 100? Most of the time you're going to get 20, 30, 40, 50, but I feel like sometimes, like their ultimate drop is like 80 or 100 for Dragonite Gnomes. 50's amazing. I would love to see 50 every single time. But I swear I've seen like an 80 or something. Fawnette pet? Yeah. Flute your flute, Greg. Dez farted. Mark did it. Feel bad if you're short. You ever like fart and then squat down to do something? Like, I'm such an idiot. Why did I do that? You're just while you're working or something, you have to like let off a little steam. You just ate lunch or something? It's probably nasty and gross. Somebody's gonna leave right now, but... Well, you know, you're working. You just ate some giant lunch like a dummy, and then you gotta go back to work. Like Chad. Chad just went to McDonald's. He ate 2 Big Macs. He comes back to work. He's got all this work to do. His stomach's super full. He's working. He has to let off a little steam when no one's around, right? Just take a little toot. A little toot. And then immediately has to do something where he's squatting down to grab something from the bottom shelf. Like, don't you feel like such a dummy when you do that? Like, right into the danger zone. You had a 90 Dragonite Gnome? Nice. SPD, silent but deadly. Alright, so what's up? What are we doing next? Zeppelin's here. Good to see you. We got Epic Trials. We got PvP. I think that's all we do on Monday. Tomorrow will be Underspire. By the way, I got Underspire all the way done. I got the 7th boss. And I didn't have to buy anything on Sunday. So I bought 2 every day for Underspire. This is the 2nd week in a row I've got to the 7th boss. I got to the 7th boss the first 2 times on Underspire when it was invented. When it was born. And then I didn't do it for a while because I was doing Dungeon and Epic Trials and getting those out of the way. Getting Stellarix, getting Diamantina. So I just did my free torches for a while in Underspire. Now I'm done with those 2 things. And now I'm doing Underspire again to the 7th boss. And now it's been 2 weeks in a row that I've got to the 7th boss. I bought 2 offers each day. And then on Sunday I bought 0, I think. Like I got it done without buying any on Sunday. 7th boss doubled up the 6th. Actually, I think I doubled up the 6 and the 7 because I had 0 torches, and then I had a lantern. And I probably shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to get it done without using gems, so... Technically... Alright, I think we're going to do Epic Trials, because most of the time that's what you guys pick. If I put it up for vote. I don't even think I need to put it up anymore for vote. Where's Pan's Veil? There it is. So they changed this to something different. It used to be so crazy, like, it took forever. And it was kind of hard. It's probably the 2nd hardest, 3rd hardest. But if they changed it... Looks like they have, right? There's probably a blurb on the website, and somebody here already said. But let me double check just in case. I believe whoever said it, but... I guess since I have a channel and I'm advising people, I should go look this stuff up for myself. GemsOfWar.com latest news. Badger to the bone. Alright, trial changes. We'll be changing the player team for Trials and Pan's Veil to the following. Selene Guard, Satyr Hunter, King Salinas, and Nax. They changed the enemy team as well. Okay. So yeah, they did change it. Whoever said that was right. So I can't tell you the old strat. It's got to be a new one. So we're doing a new epic trial here. And I do need the pet because there was a glitch or something. Remember that. I think even Mr. Z said he was missing a copy. And I have every single epic trial pet fully ascended. And somehow I'm missing one for Pan's Veil. So I'm pretty sure there was a glitch or a bug the first time through Pan's Veil, where you couldn't buy certain copies of the pet. And I only got it to Legendary. Let me put a chapter for this. Uh, 125. Elapsed time. Mark says, just a question, how many guild seals does everyone have? I have 20,000. Is that low high? You probably have purple orbs, too, which you could open. That's the only thing they're really used for, right? Purple orbs. So you could probably get more than 20,000 if you open your purple orbs. Was the first epic trial, was it? I can get my last epic trial pet, baby. Fully ascended. Then I have every single one. Alright, let's go over all the troops here. New troops. Selene Guard. Steal attack from an enemy and shift it to armor. Barrier all wild folk. That's going to be good. That's a good epic trial troop there. Destroy gems in an X shape. Give attack to the first ally. So you're stealing attack from the enemy, and you're gaining attack. This is going to be a skull. King Selena, splash damage and 50% start for Wild Folk. Nax, cleanse an ally, then give 51 points of a random skill to them, and 2 magic. So you could end up doing attack there, too. So most likely, who are we going to put in first slot? You got 25%. He's going to gain armor and barrier people. 20% jaw. Ooh, I might put that in first slot. Okay, so for me, I like this. I want to do that. Place the Hunter's Mark when doing skull damage. And then this guy is a little bit more protected to where, if you happen to lose that first slot, you got this guy gaining tons of armor and doing barrier to your whole team. We're all wild folk, right? So that's the one change I would make. I think I'm going to throw Satyr Hunter up top. And then just try to keep him with barrier. And that's going to be my whole strat. And these two are pretty much your whole strat. This is 50% starting, and this is kind of like, you know, if you have nothing else going on. Hopefully it can give the attack to itself. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna... Because it does say ally, but I am the first. Alright, then the enemies, we got Poxhair. Elwyn. Nymph. Ooh, that entangle might suck. And they're stealing attack, so... It's a good fight. I like the way they did this. The whole strat is like steal attack, gain attack, do skulls. Same with both teams almost. They're going to be hitting you like randomly, but... So I'm going to... Let's see. Let's put on our Medals of Seasons. Definitely don't need a Nanu because you got a 50% start. So I say all seasons. Maybe all Orpheus, we'll see. We'll see how annoying that Nymph is. Maybe we just take a bunch of yellow and purple. But then it's not for the first two. I don't know. See how it goes. Yeah, I used to save my purple orbs for when there was a new mythic, and then I would, like, open all of them. And then make sure we're on chest level 6, and then I'd have a ton of seals, and that's the best way to get the new mythic. Best way to start getting the new mythic every month is to save a bunch of purple orbs, get a bunch of guild seals, open all the purple orbs before the new mythic comes out, or whenever, and then make sure you're on chest level 6, and use your guild seals, and that'll be how you start getting the new mythic every month, most likely. It's not going to be off glory keys or gem keys. It's probably going to be off guild seals. MJK Jets is here. Alright, so we want to get up the first two. So brown, red, and green. We got this guy. Maybe we should wait till we need a cleanse. Okay, so Nymph will entangle us, then we can cleanse with that guy. So we don't need Orpheus. I'm going to save that just in case. It's kind of like saving a summon. We'll save that cleanse in case we need it. Now we're going to place Hunter's Mark. What? Oh, I didn't change it. Hold on, I'm going to retreat. Not because I think I'm going to lose, but I want to use the team the way I said. It switched it back. When I went and did my medals, it switched it back. I want this guy in first slot. Because he places a Hunter's Mark when dealing skull damage. We got Nax first again. I'm going to save him. We're looking for green, brown, and red. Let's see if this goes to us. I'm pretty sure it will. Right now we have 95 attack. Okay, that's good. It does. Need to keep them alive, so let's do barrier. You want to steal from the first enemy, always, because they're the only ones that can do skulls. So they're the only ones that matter, whether they have attack or not. So you always cast this on the first enemy, okay? Now our whole team has barrier. We just got entangled, so let's take that off. With our cleanse. And we're looking for brown, green, and red. Boom, Hunter's Mark. We just did double damage. It applies it, then it does the skull damage, so it's even on first hit, which is cool. Green, brown, red. We don't have any of that. So yeah, probably yellow next. Skulls again, they're dead. Got skulls, but they're skulls in 2 spots. Let's take this. Skulls are so juicy, and I have a barrier, so I think I'm just going to take them. Ooh, they left them for me. You're dead. And, like, King Salinas, maybe, but I'm almost more interested in just getting this dude up again. I guess. Okay, we got maybe green and brown. I don't know if that's going to work right. Let's try it. Nope. Alright, we need our cleanse back. Purple. Purple. There we go. Let's cleanse ourselves. Of course, we got skulls right now. That's good, though. Bang. They stole some of my attack. Poop. Still hitting pretty hard, even though they stole it. We can give it back to ourselves. Let's try to hit this. It goes into X, so if I choose here, it'll go up and hit this blessing. We should probably take preemptive purple. They're about to entangle us again. I guess we'll do this. No, it didn't. They must have hit an enemy that can't be entangled. That might be good. Huh, what happened there? Anyway, who cares? Green, brown, red. I don't see it. So we just do this again. Green, brown, red. Let's give ourselves some attack and hit this blessing, I guess. Just waiting for skulls, really. Let's do it again. Keep giving ourselves attack. We have 816 attack, and it's going to hit for 2 times that. Alright, I need my cleanse. Or I can hit this right here. You could do it 2 different ways. You could either get this guy up, or you could get this guy, or this guy. If you need a cleanse, this one or this one. If there's a you know, one of these on the board. So we'll get green. Now we'll hit the blessing, which will cleanse us of that entangle. Right? What happened? It must have went to a random. Yeah, it goes to random. Never mind. It's good. It's potential. Alright, now we can do this, but they're about to cast that, so maybe I'll wait a second. Just do this instead. I'm gonna steal it from that one, because that first one's about to die anyway. Now would be a good time. And we just need skulls. I almost want to get up King Selena so I can kill that nymph. Which should happen with splash damage. Here's a little lesson for you. If you have splash damage and the troop only has 20 HP left, make sure you target the other one. That way you can, you know, get the most out of your damage. I'm sure that's something everybody knows, but you never know. So that's going to splash over and kill him. Green, brown, red. There's brown. Skulls. Get out of here. Didn't lose a troop. It's pretty much the strat. Hopefully you learned something there. Am I going to need more copies or what? Can I just get all the free ones and be fine? I think today I'm not going to buy it, and I'm going to go check. And then if I need more copies, I'll buy them. You know, for this first battle, I only need one more. I got have it on Legendary, right? So I only need like 6 copies or something. And that just gave me 1 copy. I can buy more copies on the other battles, right? So, like right now, I'm not going to buy it. Even though I could probably fully ascend it if I buy it right now. But I only need like 5 copies. So I'm going to go double check. And then I'll fight another battle and get the 5 if I have to. Let's go see. Oops. What should I do? Starry. Now here they are. Starry Billy Kid. Oh, how many do you need? Holy cow. Is that wrong about pets? Oh, I need 15. I don't know why I said 6. I think that's for troops. Guess it's different for pets, huh? It's like 31 total, right? And I have 12. I could probably just do all the free battles and I'd be fine, right? I don't need to buy any. Okay, it cost 15, right? And I have 12. And I'm going to get 1 after each battle. So that'd be 13, 14, 15. I should be fine to just do the battles. That way I don't have to spend any gems. Now, it's just me, or if you were there on that first epic trial and you had the same problem as me. But see, these are all the starry pets, and I have them all done. Just to show I practice what I preach here. It's the only one, and it was like a glitch or a mistake. It wasn't because I didn't do it. You get 2 times for the last battle, too? Okay, yeah, I'm just going to do free battles then for that one. Some other people out there may have the same problem with the Pan's Vale Starry Pet, so that might be good information. You just have to do the battles again, and then you saw how easy it was. It wasn't bad at all. So just to recap, I moved Satyr Hunter up to the first slot. It has Place Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing skull damage. That's why I did that. It also has a 20% chance to dodge, which, you know, you can give attack to itself. So I ended up with like 800 something attack, and then I was doing double with the Hunter's Mark. So you're crushing them with skulls. And you got this, just make sure you stay barriered. So you can keep your Satyr Hunter alive with all that attack and that Hunter's Mark. So you're using this to keep this alive, so this can do crazy skull damage while it's giving itself attack. King's Linus, just a 50% start, you know, maybe finish something off, a little bit of extra damage when nothing else is going on. And then Nax to cleanse your first slot when they freaking entangle it with this. So just save your Nax until you get entangled on Satyr Hunter, and then cleanse it. Another way to potentially cleanse would be to do the X-shape thing on one of those blessing gems, but it's random which troop that blessing goes to, so it's better than putting on Orpheus instead of Seasons, though. I'd rather see you put all Seasons and just use Nax on Satyr Hunter. That's basically it, though. You're just going to do that. Buff up your Satyr Hunter and keep it barriered, and then cleanse it with Nax. Alright, PvP is the last thing for the day. Community tab is pretty much wrapping up, Mark. I just got to compile the ideas. If anybody wants to do that for me and send it to me on Discord, it would help and be a little faster, but whenever I get the time and I'm thinking about it while I have the time, it's gonna happen. It's just like when. Then we'll run a poll I'm going to pick 4 of the ideas that I think I can make a good video for. Then we'll run a poll on those 4 ideas, and then whatever you guys pick is the one I'll make the video for. And then it's going to be members only, but just come to live streams and you have a chance to become a member for free. It's not like you have to spend money. Just a way to give back to my members, because the way it is right now with the perks, it's hard to... I don't do pre-records that much anymore, and some of the perks are based off of that. So I'm trying to give back in some sort of way. Might even make a live stream members only, like Thursday's live stream members only going forward. Like, you can watch it when it's live, whether you're a member or not. But then after it's off, once we're off air, I might switch it to members only, just to give something to the members. Like, Thursday's probably the day where nobody would really care anyway. And, you know, but that's where I rant the most and rant and rave a little bit more, is on Thursday, because we have more time and less to talk about. So might do that too for members, just to juice it up a little bit. I think we have like either 1 or 0 puppet masters, so I need to really figure out something for that tier, or maybe lower the price or something. Tyrion can buy the last missing PvP pet today. That's crazy, dude. You're gonna have all of them? Dang. 50k-ish for purple. Smash the like button. 2 times pet for last battle. Timestamp for sure. Sana says I'll post it here and on Discord. Yeah, that's the community tab post, most likely, that she's posting there. Alright, so we're gonna go do every restriction in PvP. Not that you're gonna need them all, but just in case. So we got Bay of Stars, Magrim Woods. What are we gonna do for Magrim Woods? What time is it? It's almost 12. I should probably hurry. Okay, so Magrim Woods, what are we gonna do for PvP? We got Hatir and Scroll, we got Lunaloon. Forest Guardian, 50% start for Beast, we got Wolf Garrick. Anari. Used to be you would like maybe run this guy. Timberwolf's not bad. Spirit Fox is good if they have like, if it's like the Blood Frenzy and you want to make sure you win, you can drain them. Sometimes that's a strat in like PvP or Guild Wars, because you're empowered and then you can drain something that otherwise they'd be off to the races, you know. Man, what do we do here? And then you only have, for the purposes of this video, this stream, you only have Magrim Woods weapons. Doomed Glaive is my favorite weapon. Turns brown to Doomskull. This one's pretty good for Wargear allies. I think previously for Magrim Woods I just did Keeper of the Paths a bunch of times. Now we're going to have to do something else. Either Luna, or some sort of Hatir and Scroll like Skull team. We could try it, like do like one of these moves. Like, what's this doing? It's doing purple to Skull and brown to green, which is the same thing. This does brown to Doomskull, so you want to do that if you have the option. This is doing green to purple, which this could then turn to skulls. Yellow to Doomskull. It's kinda, eh. Green to blue. Green to blue. Buckle my shoe. I might do this. Some sort of mana generation. Or this to like put the brown on the board and drain. That might be good. Then you have to get it up and like kind of like the Inari. It's converting green away though. He may do cockatrice. Alright, so... This thing's super blocked. It's kind of just there for the 50% start, and it's like the last thing we're going to cast anyway, so... I think I'll do it like that. I could maybe even throw this up top so the Doomed Glaive's more protected. What class would we do? I'm gonna go Titan, because I want some brown on the board to turn. Plus it'll help the Cockatrice, maybe. We'll see. Either Titan or Archer. It's kind of fun making teams out of these restrictions, because it can't just be like something you've seen before. Hold on a sec, checking my phone. Did I do a... And I gotta do a chapter. One sec. PvP teams. 147. Can we wrap this up in under 2 hours? I don't know. Probably not. That's what I'm thinking. And then we got 2 yellow, 2 green. I definitely want green. We're not using a certain color. We got yellow, brown, green, blue, red, purple. Got everything. So it's going to have to be something like red or blue. Try this. So if you're... This might be more like a Blood Frenzy team, and then like... Maybe you want to do Luna, la 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 la. If you're just trying to blaze through it. Let's see what happens. Sometimes this glaive can be pretty quick. Na 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 na. I like making like skull teams. They're probably the funnest teams to make out of from scratch. You got to think about what's converting to what, and then does the other thing convert to the, you know? Like, if you can convert one color to whatever color, and then that other troop uses the color that you converted to then convert that to skulls, that's usually the way to go. Alright, we got the cock. But we got this. We got yellow to Doomskull, right? Let's take this. Okay, so we got green to purple and yellow to Doomskull. Green to purple, yellow to Doomskull. Probably shouldn't be taking this brown off the board. Like right here, leave that. So you can do this, maybe. Depending on how much mana they got. See, I got an extra turn there. We still don't have... Probably should have left that. So maybe I want to entangle this one. Another extra turn. It'd be nice if I had the glaive up, 'cause that's kind of the point. I think the glaive entangles too, so... Lots of entangle on here. It's not fast though, as you can already tell. Here we go. I think I'm just gonna cast. I got a little bit. Let's do this first. I'm just gonna go for it. They're entangled anyway. Can you die first slot? Come on. What do we got? Purple to skull, brown to green. Or we got yellow to skull and... So this, we have this, I guess, so let's just do it. Could make something happen. So we got this now. Do we have brown to skull? No. Do we have yellow to skull? No. Do we have purple to... green to purple? No. So let's just do that. Brown to skull, yellow to skull. Let's get rid of this. Brown to skull, yellow to skull. Let's just, since they're entangled, we'll kill. Let's just do this. He's not entangled, but... What does he do? Oops. Well, at least it worked out. And now we have this. And we kind of have this, but let's get rid of this. Skull teams aren't always going to be super fast, but they're fun. And I don't think we're going to lose, so like a Blood Frenzy situation probably be where you'd use this. Tangled them. If they're entangled, you're free to like just do the spell, even if you don't have an extra turn. If you have nothing else going on. Can't entangle them, but we made a bunch of brown. Got an extra turn there. Let's get up a tier and scroll. Let's just cast it. Ooh, they got my cock. Killed my cocker. Probably be okay. Anyway, it's probably more of a Blood Frenzy team. It's kind of slow, but I think it's cool and fun. I could have been more careful, I guess. I don't know what else you would do. I guess if you cheat in the wand and then you use the Luna, maybe 2 Lunas, and then something else, like an Ari. It might be the other option. Be like wand, Luna, Luna, Anari, or something like that. If that's possible. Took forever on the first one. Now we got Faye. You got Stellarix and the Blood Frenzy? Yeah. I do that too. Did I show the team code? Probably did. I don't know. Let's just make sure. Red Dragon's here. Good to see ya. Appreciate you being here. Alright, let's do Faye. I think PvP might be the thing people are least interested in. I'm kind of similar, though. I'm the same, so... It's like the last thing I do every day. I still got it done, though, last week, just by the way. I got all my goals done. I wasn't on the leaderboard or anything, but I think you should do that. We got Rowan here, if you want to go down the Rowan route. And Leprechaun. You got Rowan and Leprechaun, and you got King Oberon. You could just do a quick little Rowan team, or you could do the double Foxfire King. Whatever floats your boat. Or Queen Titania. It looks like the best options. You're most likely not going to use the Mythics. This is more of a Legendary or Rowan spot. Once again, 2 teams for you. King Oberon with 2 Foxfire Kings and a weapon, or Rowan, Leprechaun, King Oberon. Which I'll probably just do that. So I can show a low-level team. Kind of. You know, if you don't have King Oberon, you could double up on Leprechaun or something like that. We have all weapons here, so you could do your Golden Cog or your Shield of Erskaya. It's just like if you're in the underworld or something, or you're farming something, or... And whatever class you want to level. And we have a lot of green. And I never know what to do. We got yellow, red, green, blue, purple. So we're missing brown. So you could do that just for all in on Rowan, or you could do that Warband banner to get your Golden Cog up. And then you got to make sure you have guard medals on. You might need 2 shots. I'm gonna grab this tribute. 30. Pick the lowest level. We're just trying to be quick. This is a low level team, and Mark's at 18,000 VP already. Dang. I usually have Leprechaun in last slot. Now, I could do this real quick, but I don't think I need to here. Look at their durability. It's really low. Based on how much HP and armor they have, you could cast the Golden Cog or not. But that's pretty much it. You know this team. Foxfire King, Queen Titania. You could even do like a Mistralis King of the Ravens if you really wanted to, but you saw how fast that was. Now I just keep picking lowest level and blowing through it with Rowan. If it happens to be the Blood Frenzy, I probably wouldn't go there. Aw, crap. Did I show it? Probably did, but here it is again. Red Dragon says I have no chance for Stellaryx. I will collect him for a very long time. Dungeon every day. Vault event super hard. Get some gems. Get some Dragonite through the Vault event. And then you can use those gems to buy the dungeon offer. And then it gives you more eggs. More chances to get the dragon you need. That's basically all you can do. Do your dungeon every day and go super hard in the Vault event. That'd be the TLDR. Brown, what do we do for Brown? I wish they would just save these, especially the color restrictions. This week we'll do Guard's Avatar, I guess. I don't feel like thinking about it. It's a color restriction. We have these every week. I was just explaining this to somebody who doesn't play the game. Like, some of the stuff, you can just remember teams, like color restrictions. I think we have to do Angry Mob or something. And then, you know, Wand or Mountain Crusher. Or, Obsidian Libram. Which I always forget, so we can do that. You could even... It's dumb as, like, the Guard's Avatar is kind of only catching yellow, but it will work. There might be a faster brown team out there, but usually you want, like, Leprechaun or Harpy Mage or something with Guard's Avatar. And Sir Quentin Hadley. We don't have it, so it's going to be slightly slow. But still kill, like, hit really hard. And alright, we got purple, brown, red, yellow. We're missing green and blue. Let's try a green. Brown, purple, maybe. Get up that weapon. Or brown, red to get up Angry Mob. Which one? Probably the purple, because we're 50% started with Titan. Alright, we got our guard medals on still, so that's good. Dez is leaving. Alright, have a good one. Yeah, that's all you can do with those. Same with a lot of things. The Horde Mimic Mythic, the Sentinels, getting medals. You know, the Dragon Eggs. You just gotta keep trying. Some people just get bad luck. Get it up. Oh, come on. There you go. Woo! So close. That was a close one. Almost wiped them. Almost wiped their hiney. Anyway, that's an option. You got all your brown troops. You could do Wand, Stellaryx, brown, yeah. Trying to show a variety. And not just plug Stellaryx into everything with the wand. Construct on Blood Frenzy. So we're going to have to build this like it's freaking Guild Wars. Which is weird to do as on a stream, as a channel, showing people teams, because This is not going to be Blood Frenzy tomorrow, and, like, I gotta build it a certain way. Maybe it's a Grovanga. Lord of Slaughter. Chernobog. City Axis. Miraji Queen. Could triple up on Zenith. Gargoyles if you're low level. Probably not in a Blood Frenzy, though. That'd be like if it's not. Could triple Wall of maybe, because I don't know if you have the weapon. Yeah, you do. Could triple Wall of Tentacles with the Black Manacles. I like to mention other teams before I even show the team, so if you don't like the team I make. Got all your Guardians. So you could do triple Ferocity, triple Finesse. Do all the triples. Or the double Gargoyle. It's a Blood Frenzy, though, so... What was it like? Grovanga with the Dragonstone Guardian or something was a team? Kind of wanting to try Lord of Slaughter. It might be a bad idea. I think you'd have to start there. And then your weapon. Tried to do wand. Now what? This is gonna... I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just trying it. We've got all of our mana generation. We probably just need either something putting brown up or skulls up. Or maybe a giant tank. I don't know. Maybe Fountain of Stars. 5 green to purple. Brown to skulls. This one's kind of already doing that, though. Could throw this in first slot and... be your tank. Or Mithrilion. Miraji Queen could change green. And it's a... yeah. I just need this last slot. What about Undead Sentinel? Huh. Maybe. Just looking... I might try Silent Sentinel. I kind of... It's not using any of the colors as, But then our wand is, like, effed. Does take brown, though, huh? It might work. Chernobog's effed, but it's fine. I don't know. I'm gonna try this. It's a Blood Frenzy. Class... Oh no, I'm gonna try Titan. Maybe Elementalist, really? No, we gotta do Geomancer, huh? Well, there's no Dust Storm, but we got it with, so that's cool. Banner. Now, who we want to get up? I think Brown. Just because they're buried in the bottom of the team. And we got a bunch of blue. Minus purple. We got yellow, blue, green, red, purple, brown. We got everything. So no matter what we do, we're going to be... So I think I'll go with it. I don't really need to get up Silent Sentinel, I guess. Maybe I'll do this one. I can almost rather get up Chernobog than Silent Sentinel. Silent Sentinel is just there to... You know, inflicting silence. It's got 50% stone skin. It's kind of just our tank. You could, and it's not like... I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. put on, seasons. Freaking blood frenzy, you know? Just want to see what happens. Chicken potatoes? Yeah, what's for dinner, y'all? I need to know whose fart smells like what. Man, he's nasty today. Stinky boy. I guess when they do skull damage to me is when they get silenced. It's cool though, we got a brown... We got a brown storm, and the wand is the only one, you know, that needs a brown, and then that's how it's gonna get up. And we got a brown storm for Lord of Slaughter. Bang! And we got a curse in case they decide they want to be stupid. I think this will work. Just keep going back and forth with your wand and your, Only thing that sucks is, like, our, Lord of Slaughter's not in first slot. And then it could do the true damage. Let's do this first. There we go. Probably should have left that. Now, if this wasn't a blood frenzy, they would be dead already. But it is. Come on, boy, get up. Hit it. Get them. Oh, so close. They're silenced. That's what it's there for when it gets hit. Silence them. Now that wand is silenced, so it can't do anything. Let's do this for once. And we won! We didn't lose a troop, and it was a blood frenzy, so I guess that works. It's fun making skull teams, like I said earlier. You probably have never seen this anywhere else, because they made me, like, they forced me outside of the box. Anita's back. Red Dragon says the last time I came across the underground over a month ago, and gems does not buy in Vault Event. Gems accumulates a bit. I'm doing well on this account. That's good. Like, it depends what, like, should you be buying in the dungeon? That depends. It depends, like, how many gems you got, what else you need to buy with gems. Like, your guild event should always be the first thing you do with gems. Not, like, technically the very first. Like, that would be your armor. Like your dragon. It depends if you buy the Death Knight armor or not, though. It depends emojis in the chat. But, you know, at some point you're going to be buying the dungeon offer to try to get more eggs, to try to get those dragons, to try to get Stellarix. You got to make sure you don't need your gems for other things first. The old one was better, but I don't have it anymore and won't have it anymore. The old one was, oh, your account? Chicken potatoes. I don't know what that other thing is. Sounds yummy. It's a yummy word. Salsify. Ooh, salsa. Is it like a tomato salsa? Or is it like a tomato thing? Stupid fan. Wow. Sausages. Bratwurst. Tyrion says, Silver Glory Orb for getting my last missing PV pet and 6,500 mastery. Nice, dude. That's always good. You get progress towards orbs when you level pets and stuff. It's another little perk of doing that. Red is going to be, you know what. You gotta have one of them. Should I do base rarity? You gotta have one. You gotta have one of them, you know? And then I just pick, like, a banner that will take advantage of the things that they throw up. I don't know. I think it's, like, red and blue. I don't even know if it matters, but... And, of course, you all know, we've seen this team. It's, like, the newest hot team out there. And everybody's using. I don't have my niches on. They probably would have died in one hit. It's like the juicy booty shorts of the new teams. It's the new hot thing. It's like wearing short shorts as a boy. And shaving your legs. Letting the pockets hang out the bottom. That's a good idea, the professor. Put a garbage team in every zone but one, and that's your play zone. So everybody else can... That's thinking of other people. I like it. You're helping everybody else. Which is what people used to do with the firebomb teams, you know? Alright, what's this? Karakoth? Maybe Elder Dragon, maybe. We got Zul'Goth, though. Zul'Goth or Elder Dragon. Narmel's not bad. You probably have an empowered converter. You have to use one of these if you're not doing the weapon glitch thing. So out of these... What am I gonna do? This one explodes. So we have explodies and... I'd probably just try to use Zul'Goth. Some sort of way. Let's get a weapon that... Like, what's the... We're gonna have to do Sorcerer, or we can just throw this, but that's... Of course it... At least it blows up purple, I guess. Which would help with the... We just need to get them up. Get them up, get them up. Brown to purple. Dang, look at that red and blue. I hate it. Brown to skulls. I don't know. I don't know what else. Something that maybe either puts more skulls up or some red or blue or... Come on, dude. What's this do? I don't know. Double Zul'Goth. Elder Dragon. Uvashka. If we do this and this and that, What are we left with? Nothing. Alright, take this off. What are we left with? Enemy dies. Cream fire. Gain an extra turn. If they die. I wouldn't want to block. I don't want purple really, because then I'll be blocking freaking Zul'Goth. Probably just throw something on the bottom. Freaking Elder Dragon. I don't know. Weird team. Madness Storm might help. At least it's doing something. Alright, blue and red and purple. I don't really need a purple storm. Let's do Archmagus. Banner, lots of blue, lots of red. But the bottom one doesn't matter. So we really have just as much purple. Let's start with purple. And we got red, blue, purple, green, brown. So we're missing yellow. Which, this will probably work. Double purple, red. Yeah. Not my favorite team I've ever made. But I was trying to make a Zul'Goth team. I couldn't find anything else for that third slot. That's where the Possessed King or something would come in handy. But he's not here. Let's see what happens. You crafted Zul and CT. What is next? Double up on those two or Enrage Kurandara? Probably just get Enrage Kurandara. You never really see people using double Zul'Goth or double CT. Might as well just secure that final troop, in my opinion. Brown to purple, do we have it? That would be great. Of course not. Let's try to get up our weapon then. Free skull. What are other people doing? That's one thing you can look at. Okay, this person is doing a weird book. Elder Dragon Medea. Which is a good idea. Except for if they did a different weapon here, I would like this team. There we go. There's Zul'Goth. So who's their most dangerous? Probably Elder Dragon. Keeping my eye on the brown to purple still. Don't see it though. One weird thing is we would... No, that's not weird. Never mind. We could convert brown to purple and then explode the purple if we wanted to. I thought it was the other way around, but it's not. Zul'Goth again! Primedea. Not bad, not bad. I didn't use the dragon at all, but what else are you going to put there? At least he's doing a Madness Storm. At least he's covering green. Like, he's doing something. I almost never put something on a team for zero reason. See how he's covering green and brown. And then he's also doing a Madness Storm. Doing something. There you go. Dang, we're going to be 2.5 hours. As soon as we're done with PvP, I gotta go. So if you have any questions, now would be a good time. Suncrest. We see this one all the time, right? Don't we just do, like, Egress, Ecotl? Either, Queltzama, which is really a Queltzama team. I think Nimbus Bow, maybe? Got red and purple. That might be better. Okay, you have Egress. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Then you can do whatever class you want. No, you can't. Because you want to have as many Strix allies as possible just to hope that Egress works. Not as good as it used to be, but... Banner, bunch of yellow. And, maybe purple? Minus brown? There we go. Here we go. Let's show it. We're getting there. I think we only have like two more. How does Isabel put hearts in her name? Like in the chat or the guy on the left? Every time you get me. The funny part is that he doesn't notice. Like the things you put as what you put is funny too, but like to me the funniest part is that he doesn't notice. It's like you change it all the time, so it's not like it stays the same and he's getting used to it or anything. Like you're changing it so he has to look at it and read it, and like it's kind of strange that he doesn't. Maybe you just do it so much he doesn't even pay attention anymore. But you'd think one of these times he would read it. I can tell. Is he really thinking about what people are saying, or is he just reading it? It's funny. Alright, let's get rid of red. Oh, it's not up. We got... Once again, if you don't like this team, that person's doing something over there. If you're looking for teams based on the enemy's team, though, you should probably pick highest level. The low-level players don't know as much. Let's pick the one with the most. A lot of times you'll get an extra turn. With Quilt Zama. Just don't pick yellow. I don't think you can even pick yellow. Let's get rid of this thing if we can. There we go, and what? Green? It works. I'm gonna be rushing around. I got like 2 hours to get some stuff done. Tomorrow is gonna be Underspire in faction, so the Warrens, high, mid, and low teams, as well as Pan's Vale, Underspire, high, mid, and low, or something close to that. Looking to start around 9:30 a.m. Today was, you know, I had an errand to run. They were mowing the grass out here, like, I had to start at 10. But I'm shooting for 9:30 this week, just by the way. And shooting for it, that means it could be a little bit later. We got Centaur. Centaur is Dookie Stain. Wow, Centaur is horrible. At least you got all your weapons. Maybe you would do like a Dawnbringer or something, or your Red Macaco. This is terrible. You would do Hippolyta back in the day, but... Wow. Like, what the heck? Maybe Baphomet? I think I'm just going to go with the weapon, but... Like, I don't like him unless you're putting skulls on the board. Like, he's good with Zul'Goth, but I don't... People don't... He shouldn't probably use Centurion ever. Unless you're using Zul'Goth too. And I'm not even that... I don't even like that much. It's a good strat, and it's a fine team. But you shouldn't go crazy with the Centurion. It's not that great unless you're putting a bunch of skulls on the board. Normally, yeah. I'm sure there's a couple exceptions, but... So anyway, you know... Maybe Dawnbringer, I guess. Then you can do, like, Birdmaster. You could even throw a Worldbreaker on there if you want. Let's see if there's anything else that could help out. If not, 8 yellow gems and 8 spirit gems gain enchantment. If not, we'll just do another Herdmaster. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because it uses purple, which the Dawnbringer doesn't. So we got Dawnbringer with a full yellow team. 2 things that could get it up. And then the Worldbreaker who covers green. And this would be the time you would use Bard. For example. We want yellow. And we're missing brown. Double yellow purple? Yes. And this team definitely needs Initias if we don't have them. Because Dawnbringer, you know, used to hit really hard, but nowadays, with the Stellaryx, Diamantina, Red Macaco, like, there's so many things that hit harder than Dawnbringer now. You gotta have those Initias on. But you're gonna get, Barrier, which is cool, so this might even work in the Blood Frenzy. 50% started, Dawnbringer. It's up. Otherwise, we need to match purple. Let's get our barrier. Surprised they didn't take this green. We got enchant on. Let's kill that. They did Centurion. They're trying to force it in there. I know people do that. Like, he's good with the Zul'Goth. He's good. Centurion. You gotta do it. Just do it. Another thing, I think Herdmaster has extra, like, he has a trait, I think, maybe. He's gonna explode, like, the entire board of yellow, but... gain bonus yellow mana from yellow gem matches. Another reason. Cleanse, explode, using purple. You could do 3 Herdmasters if you don't have the Worldbreaker. He's just there for fun. He also hits all enemies. So, hey, here's a team, it works. What else you gonna do for Centaur? Centaur's poop. And another Blood Frenzy on green. At least green isn't too hard. For the Blood Frenzy. You could do Stellaryx. It could be another spot for your Stellaryx team. I already showed that on red, though. It would not be Takshaka, so it is kind of different. You'd be like... something like this. Oh... Since I'm in such a hurry. Come on, dummy. What are you doing? Nobody sorts by level. I want Leprechaun. Maybe even 2 of them. It's on a Blood Frenzy, though. We might run into some trouble here, but... Could even do Celestial Flask and do that Leprechaun thing I was doing last week. If you don't have the wand. That was kind of fun. It worked the whole way through the whole Underspire to the 7th boss. If you don't have wand and you have Celestial Flask for some reason. Okay. Let's see if this works in a Blood Frenzy. Stellaryx usually... It's kind of like... If you know you're going to lose if they're wanding you over and over and over, just retreat. Like, this is the one place I will retreat. Is PvP, and that's been a thing for a long time. If you're facing a sweaty wrestler that you know you're just not going to beat, or it's just taking way too long, you can retreat and win another battle before you could win that battle there. So sometimes it's faster to retreat in PvP, especially in a Blood Frenzy. We want to like Leprechaun, get up Stellaryx, and maybe I should have put the wand in first slot. Oh. That's a Blood Frenzy and 2-shot. pretty quick. You want to put the wand at first slot, that's fine. But yeah, if you run into something that's just like, it kills your Stellarex, just retreat. If you run into something where it's blowing up a wand 50 times in a row, just retreat. Like, you can retreat during their turn, which is cool, so. Just don't let them do that to you. I'm the type of dude that would let them do that to me, because I want to win at all costs. I don't want anybody beating me, you know. But sometimes it is the smart move to retreat, especially on a Blood Frenzy. You'll have a loss on your leaderboard, but, you know, you could win 2 battles in the time you would be sitting there losing 1. I think that's it. I never do unrestricted because it's the same every single time. Choose your best team, your fastest team. And let's see what y'all are saying. And let's get out of here. I love that idea, Professor, to put a crappy team like... If you have, let's say, Centaur. You're never going to do Centaur, right? Throw a poopy team in here. So if people are doing Centaur, they have, like... You know, you could just do base rarity, go all the way down, and give them some, like, the worst troops here, yeah? Just make a stupid team. This will help other people. Like, whatever you feel like making. Stargazer and, you know, Ogator, or just all Stargazers or something. It starts with full mana, though. That could be annoying. It does status effects. You just try to build the worst team. I never tried to build, like, the worst team. Yeah, just throw them like a crappy team. Centuragon, probably throw that on there, because it sucks. There you go. I think you have to fight a battle, though, Professor. So you fight a battle with your crappy teams? I'm pretty sure you have to fight a battle, but you might be able to go in there and, like... You know, go to battle, then retreat. Now I got a pet gnome, but here's how much I care about pet gnomes. Ready? Practice what I preach. And you're going to say, oh, your guild. Well, I'm sorry, guild. Anyway, that's it for today. We did everything except Underspire because I want to juice up tomorrow's stream with Underspire. But let me go buy my torches so I don't forget. And I'll build the team. How do I... Alright, here. Buying 2 a day and then maybe not on Sunday. How come I only have... Oh, that's right. Anyway, I gotta go. Skull teams are fun, Mark. Especially when you, like, build it from scratch. Or even if you don't. Either way. Subway is good, Livewire. I usually get the Cold Cut Trio. Because I don't go there very often, so I have, like, my go-to thing. And then if I happen to go to Subway back to back to back, I might try something different. But normally I just get the Cold Cut Trio. I don't even know what's on it. It just tastes good. But that's a great idea, Professor. I think everybody should do that. Be nice. Think of other people. Is that Anita, period? I like that. It's not what it was before. It's Anita, period. That's it. It is a black root veggie that you can peel the black off and then cook. Yoke says, I crafted Zool and already answered that. I don't know how Isabel puts hearts in her name. In the game, I might know how, but not on YouTube. I've never tried it. He always thinks you're Lester. Well, we have something in common then, you know? Can't remember. Well, you change your name all the time, though. Mine, I have the same name for 7 years, 8 years. He's now remembering it, so I can't say that anymore. But he used to forget. I used to be What's-His-Face. I should have changed my name to What's-His-Face like you. One of these days I'll go in there and I'll be What's-His-Face. He even thinks other people with weird names are me now. There's a test. You're trying to do hearts. Barf on it. Barf on it. Barf on it. The dude on the left, yes, that one. I give up. Was going to put a left arrow. Isabel is a hacker apparently, since it doesn't allow emojis in the name. Biker Lemon! Poop and Dookie! I'm really good to see you, Biker Lemon. Feel like it's been a minute, right? I love that. I love that you're back and that you're here. I don't love the part where you weren't here, but I understand. But I noticed you haven't been here, Biker Lemon, and I'm glad that you're here, is what I'm saying. Lurking from work as usual. Okay, that answers... That's fine, then. You're off the hook. A common weapon and 3 troops. Yeah. That's a good idea, too. Like your hero with the crappy weapon. Oh, you'd be potentially helping people in the same bracket as you, though. Says the dude on the left. That could have been the Takshaka worm pet gnome. Oh, no. Anyway. Chat says, take care, everyone. And thanks, Cinny. Slap that like button on the way out, please, y'all. Slap it like a booty. Finger the thumb. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot, too. Get about the channel comment below. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully at 9:30 a.m. If not, 9:45, and if not, 10. We'll do the faction event, the Warrens, high, mid, and low, and then we'll do Underspire, Pan's Vale, high, mid, and low. And probably get into a couple of other things, but we'll see. That's the least we'll do. Thanks for joining me, Anita, period. Mark, Chad, Juan, the dude on the left, a.k.a. Mr. Z, Livewire, the Professor, Biker Lemon. We got Mark, we got Biker, we got dude on the left. Yoke the Ham. Anita, Tyrion. Tyrion Shork. Tyrion Shork. It's a Shork. Red Dragon, it's a dragon. Live wire. You'll get caught up in the live wire. MJK Jets. Jets. Gretz Zeppelin, who I just call Zeppelin because I can't say the first part. Dez the Enforcer. Sounds like a bouncer or something. You need to get on that train and be the big bicep bodyguard with that name. Sauna Mark. I mean, you're on it, but you know what I mean. Everybody's on it. Anita with the gifted help so much. Lights on, doors open. We do not want those lights off and those doors closed, right? And she's been a member for 8 months, which is amazing. Almost full term. That's, like, true, too, for me. Like, if you've been here for 9 months, I consider you, like, you're not just going to disappear. You're not hot and heavy. The 9-month is the, okay, that person's not just, like, trying to beat the game and then they quit. A lot of people do that. So, my time period, if you wanted to know, once you're here 9 months, I consider that, you're full term. You're not just going to be hot and heavy trying to beat a game you can't beat and then disappearing after 6 months or 3 months. It's happened a lot of times. You'll get people in here and they'll be here at every single stream. They'll be secretly trying to beat the game or get all the achievements or something, and then they just disappear out of nowhere after like 5 months or something. So 9 months on this channel is full term if you want to know. As far as like, okay, I know this person's for real. Rich Smith was here today. Live wire. Mr. Z, Dez, Rich, Neophyte. That sounds like a John Wick movie. Neophyte. He used to be Neo and he likes to fight. Ruben Taylor. And I can't go back any further, so I know I'm not going to get it right, but on my screen it says Mark, Dez, and Mr. Z, which I'm pretty sure is not the first people that were here. I think it was more like Sauna, Mark, and somebody else that I can't remember. Sauna, Mark, and maybe Dez? I don't know. Anyway, have a good day. You're the best. See you tomorrow. Peace out. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.